Hello YouTube friends, welcome to the Red Parrot channel. I am your host, Mary Ellen. This episode is day 30 of Junk Journal January. We are nearly done. Junk Journal January is hosted by Meg at Meg Journals, and she's doing this in collaboration with Get Messy Art. You can also find her on her website, megjournals.com. Please use the hashtag Junk Journal January to see more creators doing more fabulous stuff. So it is early morning, cup of tea, jammy crafting. It's as cozy as it can be. Just having a little swig of tea. Get this out of the way. We are doing unexpected. Unexpected is tricky because I think that's essentially what we are trying to do this whole time. Though I have had a technique that, oh dear, I should have had the reference. So somewhere on the internet, if you, on YouTube, if you Google or if you search for the optical illusion or optical illusion drawn, you will find somebody who does something that is this. She shows you the method. And while I like this, I kind of want to do a little bit of that sort of first thing this morning as well. I think this might be a really interesting, if you could get the strips, would be an interesting washi tape. But that's what we're going to try and do. And I need to get my book out of the way. There we are. And I'll sort of show you the method. I've got some, these are the markers that work. What do I want to do for colors? So we've got some greens. We've got some oranges and pinks. Let's do oranges and pinks. And there's a lavender there. The yellow might be a bit yellow. So we're eliminating. So we're doing fine. What doesn't work? I think those two don't really work. But we've got a variety of 2 oranges and 2 pinks. So let's do that. Put these back together. Okay, and let's have a go at what she says. So essentially, it's very much like the what do we call it? The neurographics. In that sort of dot of the Venn diagram. So step 1, you create a line, and then across that line you do dots of varying distances apart. And while this doesn't necessarily look like I've varied it, I certainly have. There we are, that's one that's clearer. There we are. And then you just start filling them in with increasingly rounding lines until you get kind of a circle. So she does kind of that, and they don't need to be super neat. They just need to be done. These look like I'm making red onions. And the lines that you're putting down are naturally going to create nodes where the dots are and sort of spaces where the lines are. It's fairly straightforward to do. I hope everybody's doing decent today, wherever you are, whenever you're watching this. Oh, that's bumping and thumping you may hear in the background is Lucy, who's the executive director of this show. Lucy's my cat, and she's faffing around. Lucy got a very nice Christmas present. It is 2 little mice that are filled with catnip, and she has taken very, very strongly to them. And so first thing in the morning, she will have a very good bat at them. It's cold here today. It is not, I don't think it's going to snow, so yay us. But also boo, because I still haven't got my, oh dear, that's literally a cry for help. We need the door open. Be right back. Oh, wow, wow. Good morning to you too, my little love. You want the door open? There you are. Off you get. Whoops, careful. There we are. There'll be no peace until she gets an opportunity to go through the door. Difference between me just going up and down, I do a little bit crossover, it looks a little bit messier, to just doing it straight. I think the messier adds a little bit of dimension. I'm gonna do this. So this is our first line done. And then the second line that we do is going to be a line that will be equally sort of random, but the trick is it will need to go through some of the dots, so intersect kind of like that. So that's 100% exactly what we are going to do. There. And then second verse, same as the first. We're going to put in some dots. We're going to be, those 2 dots are going to be connected to there, to there. There. And then when you do the dots in the middle, you're not going to, you're going to let this, if there's already a line there, don't go over it. So we can do this, but then just do that. So don't go over what's already there, I think is the trick. And then that will sort of be behind and then pull this forward. So the first line that you put down is the one that is going to be most in the forefront when you're done. So if that helps you pick colors. And then here it's going to be in the forefront. And so as we add colors and more lines, we'll have this kind of what you need to search for, which is optical illusion. I'm just using color. I've really enjoyed this season of Junk Journal January. I am very excited to getting back to just journaling. This is going to be a big one. There. Now I have orange and brown, and I wonder if orange and brown, maybe I'll do the orange, I'll put the brown aside, and I reserve the right to bring these greens out, because these might be more interesting and more useful background. So where do we want the orange to go? So there's some space here. So let us try this. So I'm going to do this. I'm going to come through here, here, and we're going to swing around and do that. Oh, I didn't put the dots. Sure. There. So this builds up fairly quickly. We've been at it for about 12 minutes-ish. You could certainly use different kinds of markers. You could use, fat markers. You could use paint markers. Crayons, pastels. I think having something thin though is quite useful as a way of being able to highlight the amount of lines. But it would be interesting to experiment and try and see what you get. Just trying to think of where this dot is so that it comes out here in sort of the right spot. Here we are. And then we're going to do this. This would also be a fun activity for anyone doing art with people who aren't artists. Because I think you can create something really interesting without a lot of big skill, if you will. Now, what do we want to do here? So I need to get into the center of that. So what am I going to do? I am going to do this, and then I'm going to do this. Okay, so then let's have so these are kind of flowers. She also did, when there was little bits that are just at the end, she just did little tufts. She didn't try to do a circle. And then that should come out like that, and that could be just a little, what I would call a tuft, end of the page tuft. Make that one a tuft. Make that one a tuft. It's an interesting exercise as well about sort of the power of line in art. Because really that line is what this is about. I feel like I want to change the color of green, because there's a lot of that color of green. Okay. And so I am just going to sort of make connections to the ends here, and then wherever there's spaces in the middle, create or fill those spaces. So, well, that might have been through here and through here. That one might be through here. A little tuft. I can certainly do that. Here. And I'm in my head, I'm sort of picking 2 points, you know, like this one has 2 points that we can fill in, but just not random lines. So your brain can kind of figure it out. Like a line between here and here. So that line would come down here, and then it would sort of curve that way. And then between here and here. And let's do that. There. And we need something here maybe. There. So that took about 23 minutes. I might edit out some of the middle part, but I think our next bit's pretty straightforward. And that is just put it on. That's our unexpected. I will put a journal card in there if we wanted. Do I? Sure, why not? Let's make that into a journal card. Use this paper. Ah, look at us. Natasha Foote. Oh, I'm so clever. Natasha Foote is the person who has done this on YouTube. Oh, I feel so relieved. And I feel like I shouldn't cover that up. So let's do that. So we're just gonna... She looks like she is a pretty... her channel is largely art and not necessarily junk journaling, if I have that correctly. Do it this way. Oh, it pleases me no end that I remembered. Or not that I remembered, that I actually kept track. Oh, yeah, And this has got all kinds of lines, cut lines on it, because I used this as the base for cutting out the, okay, we're getting rid of that page because it's just a gross page. Yes, nope. When I was cutting out the leer. So it'll be fine. Oh, I want to just fold that over. There we are. Doesn't look half bad. But do say so myself. There, I want to get these pens out of the way. This used to be a very large packet of markers, and as part of my Christmas cleanup, I tried every single marker and I chucked out all the markers that didn't work. They are an old set of markers, so it's all right that we get rid of some of them. And what do we want to do here for our pocket? Okay, so I have the same. So, what do we want to do? I kind of want to do like a top. Let's do a top pocket. We haven't done a top side pocket for a while, which means that I've got to slice off some of the edge that I don't have. Well, we can have this kind of a pocket. A two-sider. This might need to be reinforced a bit, but I'm not going to. I feel like I should make a note on this. That didn't go very well. On the outside of this pocket about Natasha Foote as being the creator of this. Or, that is to say, not my idea at all. And you can take it as a rule of thumb that if I'm doing something, it's probably, well, I shouldn't say that, because I faff around a lot. Never mind. There we are. And we're just going to pop that in there when it's dry. Boy, this is... And TE? Yes. For tutorial. So this is YouTube at Natasha Foote for tutorial. And I'm just going to pop this in here. Just like that. And my light is flickering. Don't know why. And there we are. And so that's unexpected. And our last one, which I am going to do in another video, is going to be clothes. So thanks so much for joining me for some jammy crafting and some catch up on Junk Journal January. Thank you so much for watching, as always, and being here Please like and subscribe for more episodes. Talk to you soon. Bye now.